fitness enthusiast, I welcome you to yet another exciting episode of the Fitness Lifestyle Podcast. My name is Jane, I'm your host, and joining us today is an amazing guest. He's going to introduce himself. Please, sir, could you introduce yourself to the viewers?
I am Huseyin.
Okay.
I'm fitness coach. 53 years old.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yes.
That's a golden age.
Yes, 30 years. More than 30 years I have experiencing fitness, which I love.
Wow.
And I hope everybody is having their lifestyle as a fitness freak.
Okay, so as you have heard from him, he's a fitness coach and he's 53 years old, so we have a lot to learn from him. We're going to talk about how he started, how fitness has evolved over the years. So there is so much that we are going to learn. So I advise you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode. Without further ado, sir, please could you just give us a background of how you started fitness?
When I was little, around 12, 13 years old, we had a neighbor who was a bodybuilder.
Okay.
And in that time, in 1983, 84, there were only few people who were interested in bodybuilding in Cyprus. And as you do know, the bodybuilders, their body looks amazing.
Yes, yes.
And everybody were envy about him. So because we were close friends, he invited me to take me to the gym.
Okay.
In 83, 84, there was, as far as I remember, there was only wrestling club
Okay.
of Nicosia, which was not very good equipment. Everything was rusty, only one bench, only one lat pull down machine, which we used for anything, for pulls, for triceps trainings and everything. So when I started with him, and what he taught me was the main rules for me for a while. Then, as I studied and as I went to university to study physical education and fitness, I learned a lot, which I made mistakes before. But what I learned today is, even in the university in that time, in 1990s, we didn't know very well. Now the industry, because it became a fitness industry, not fitness enthusiasts world, it became industry.
Okay.
It's evolving all the time, and there are new training methods,
Yes.
training systems. I do believe we all have to study a little bit about it.
Yes, to keep up.
Yes, to keep up and to, for a coach, I think it's very important because you can improve your clients much quicker if
Sure.
you know what you're doing exactly.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think we have to study that. After that, around 1997, I went to United States and got my fitness certification.
Wow.
Even though I was in the university for physical education, I learned totally new things there.
Okay.
So it opened a new world.
Okay. So the United States, being an advanced country already,
Yes,
it
very
opened
advanced
up.
country
Yes,
for
exactly.
fitness.
For fitness.
In my time, I should say, in 1980s, 90s, when you say fitness in Cyprus, that was a general name for your condition, like your fitness
really?
condition.
Wow.
And
It's like
we
you
didn't
are
know-
a healthy fanatic,
Yes.
fanatic or something.
Yes, we didn't know what fitness is really
Really all
is.
about.
We, for us, fitness was what you do before sports or after sports
Okay.
or to improve your sports.
Okay.
Nothing else. But now,
It
for
was
example,
associated with competitions, like
yes, mostly.
not
Mostly.
something like you can adopt as a lifestyle.
No. At least that's what I experienced when I was a kid.
Okay.
But there, I learned a different approach and different mentality
Okay.
towards your body, mind, spirit.
There
I
was
should
like
say.
a paradigm shift.
Definitely,
Mindset change.
definitely. It changed me
Okay.
180
Degrees.
It was incredible.
It's great.
Adventure for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so how has it been? Because so far since I came to Cyprus, I've seen a number of, should I say, outside gyms. Not really gyms, but they're like fitness. I don't know.
In the parks, they have some
exactly.
equipment.
So it's like they've really improved in terms of fitness because it's like the government is really implementing it so that their people be very healthy in some way. So
All over the world, the governments are doing this because
Okay.
healthier people are they get sick less,
it's
so you
true.
spend less money for the
It's
medicine.
true.
So
And I think also when it comes to productivity, because the more people that are healthy, the more you're going to have a good economy because a lot of people will be healthy to contribute to the economy.
well, I cannot say our country or the countries around here, Middle East,
Yes.
they really careful about their economy. I'm sorry about this, but
Okay.
when they make these parks, which I don't believe it's enough, but at least it's a good start.
It's a good start.
I remember there was a debate in Cyprus, will people use them? For example, when they made the roads, we call it thick road, kalın yol. They made a road, next to the road there was a bicycle lane. And people were debating about who is going to use it. But before even they opened the road, people start to use it.
Wow.
So Cypriot people, if you give them opportunity, they will use it.
They use it, absolutely.
That's what I recognize with my people. Maybe all over the world. I have been few places, but what I have seen in Cyprus is if you give them this opportunity, they'll use it.
They'll
And
take
they are,
it.
Before they were not saying anything about it, but nowadays they are demanding.
They're conscious
which is-
about their
Yes, they are more
demanding.
conscious about it, which is very good.
It's good. I think it's also times that are changing because as times are changing, as they are evolving, people are becoming aware of themselves, aware of their health, what needs to be done, the transformation that they would need, they would want. So that is really impacting as well.
Yes. When I was a kid, doing sports was sometimes unnecessary
Okay.
because you had to take care of your business, you have to take care of
That's
your...
true. Yes, like other things were more important.
Yes. But nowadays, people are more concerned about their health and sometimes more their outlook. So they are
Their
careful on this.
physique,
Yes,
that's
they are
true.
physique.
It's true.
They are more careful about that. That helps the fitness world. So it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. So, how do you think the fitness industry has evolved over the times, like how it was back then and how it is now?
Okay. As I said, in 1983, 84,
Yes.
there was one, maybe two gyms, not private. But now we have lots of gyms, lots of coaches. There are people who are just learning their life from fitness, which is an incredible achievement for Cyprus. We have bodybuilding competitions, fitness competitions, which helps to industry to improve in Cyprus. But how it involves in the world? Well, we get more machines. Everything has a machine now. Whatever you want to train, there is a special machine for it.
For biceps.
I don't think it's necessary, but there is a machine for it. So the industry, they have to earn money. So they are building different type of training methods and styles and their own machines. Some of them are very useful. Some of them are, for me, it's just a scam. I'm sorry. That's the thing. Before, if you wanted to take care of your body, yes, there was a gym, but you had to take care of your body in the beach. You had to go for hiking, running, this kind of trainings. Our physical education lessons were more basic techniques and sports. Nowadays in the schools, I don't see the lessons are done correctly or the old style. Maybe I'm a bit old style thinking, old timer, but for us, the physical education lesson is more and more becoming less and less important because we want to achieve more things academically. And they are saying, after I do this academically, I'll take care of my body.
That's very true.
Which is, I don't think it's right.
Yes, because I think, sorry to cut you short. I remember back home, I used to be in a, is it a PT class? Is it PE? Yes, PE class, yes. And I really love sport at that tender age. I would go out if it's soccer or maybe anything that has to do with sports. But as I grew older, it was like I was more focused on, academics. Like physical fitness was no longer a part of me. I felt, okay, this one is maybe for those who want to become athletes in the future, or maybe they want to become bodybuilders or anything to do with fitness. But for me right now, I have to focus on whatever I want to become in the future, not fitness. So that really changed everything because I gained weight and I was just there nonchalant when it comes to my health. But now, being in an environment where, because I'm working at NES and being in an environment where you're surrounded with people who are working out, they are more health conscious, it brought me back again to say, okay, your health is important. And now reading materials as well as going to the net, you'll find materials that are talking about your health. If you do not, you are unconcerned about your health, at some point you're going to reap the repercussions, you're going to face challenges. So the earlier the better you start exercising. So it made me go back and...
I think we have to learn the balance.
Okay, yes, that's very true.
At the youth age, sports is enjoyable, it's easier to do, you like to do it. But then people, environment, family, the outside influencers are influencing you to do something academic or something business-wise, I should say, or life earning. You have to earn your living first.
Yes.
And that puts you in a kind of stress. But we also don't know how to manage our time.
Yeah, that's very true. That's true.
What I have learned from my clients, most of them, they know how to manage their time.
Okay.
For example, I have a client who has a hotel, who has a hardware house shop. He does 2-3 businesses,
Wow.
but he has at least 1.5 hour for himself in the morning to come to gym and train. And what I have recognized with him is he relaxes. He does his sports, he relaxes, and then he goes to his business. And I do believe when you relax, especially when you do sports, you get your serotonin, dopamine, and other hormones, and your decisions are more healthier.
You're more clear.
Yes, and I think in the world, the trend is going up, the fitness is going up, because people are more concerned about to not make mistakes and to be able to decide very quickly and correctly. So the ones who are aware of this, they do fitness. They do go to gym or they do some other sorts of fitness trainings for their stamina and other stuff. And I do think that in Cyprus also, as I said, in my childhood, it was a different approach. And as I grow older and I came back to Cyprus, what I recognize is the ones who are serious, they are serious about their health. They are also serious about their job, which is, it affects everything.
It affects everything. Okay, so actually, because when you are physically fit, that's when you're able to focus. Because someone who is ill, they're in the hospital, they can barely take care of themselves.
You
They
don't
can
have
do
to be in the
nothing.
hospital. You don't have to be hospitalized. If you don't feed yourself, if you are not in balance, basically your mind is not balanced either, and you're not going to make the decisions that you need to make about your business will not be healthy. This is proven with science. It's not my conclusion or anything. It's just proven science.
Especially in a competitive, let's say you are in a business, we're in a competitive age where, businesses are competing everywhere. So if you want to stay at the top of your game, it means you also have to be mentally, emotionally stable, and fitness is also a route that helps in that. Okay, so let's go to diet. I've heard of the standard American diet, and one doctor actually abbreviates it as S.A.D because he is actually against it. So, what really is the standard American diet?
Okay, I can share with you with my own experience and what I know about it. When we say standard American diet, your breakfast is 1 or 2 donuts plus coffee,
Wow,
which is horrible.
it is.
You fill yourself up with sugar and carbohydrates plus coffee. Okay, coffee gives you a little bit of kick. You get a little bit more focused, but I do believe if anybody tries this, give up coffee for 15 days. You will sleep all the time because you get addicted to it. You need that to be able to do anything. I don't think it's healthy. Okay, coffee in a day is acceptable, but not necessary, in my opinion. Some fitness coaches say you have to drink coffee because it gives you the focus, plus it makes your metabolism faster. I accept these, but I also a little bit of against it because we have to not be addicted to anything. We have to not get, how can I say, we should not depend on them. We should depend on ourselves.
Okay.
And another thing about the American diet is fast food, which
Yes.
I don't believe it's
fast
healthy.
food. It's not healthy at all.
Turkish diet, I don't know if you experienced in Cyprus a little bit of
The
it.
Turkish diet, could it be the Mediterranean diet?
Mediterranean diet is very good. I do say Turkish diet because it's mostly Mediterranean diet nowadays.
Okay.
In the morning, you eat 1 or 2 eggs, a little bit of cheese,
Okay.
and some cucumber, tomato, some greens. These are the most healthy way to start your day.
Okay.
And it helps your body to replenish whatever you lost the day before. Basically, what I can say about American diet is stay away because it's just simple carbs
Okay.
and they are sugar.
Okay, that is actually leading me to the next question because I read an article and they called part of the American diet as a trinity, meaning that it has fat, salt, and sugar.
Yes.
So, could it be the reason why you're saying we should stay away from it because of these things that it has?
Okay. For example, fat, salt, sugar.
Yes.
Fat, I'm not against. Of course, which kind of fat? For example, butter, olive oil. These are fat. Avocados are fat, but they are very healthy. But if you say to me margarines or processed fat, I'm against. Salt and sugar, you have to get trace amounts. Your body is okay with trace amounts. But what we get is, let me ask you this.
Sure.
They made a research. In 1887 and 1987, they checked how people were eating, what they were eating. Do you know the sugar, how much they consume sugar in 1887 and 1987? Okay, 1887 or 1880s, people were getting in a year 1 kilogram of sugar. And around 1980s, 1990s, how much one person were consuming for a year? How much sugar a person was consuming sugar? Yes,
Maybe 5?
72 kilograms.
Wow.
72 kilograms of sugar per year.
From one, I mean,
Yes, in 100 years.
in 100 years, yes, but
We changed in, okay,
But
this
the body
research
is
wasn't
still the
made in
same.
United States,
yeah, okay.
but we are following United States on everything.
Yes, I mean, we see
Yes,
them as
with the
advanced
diet
and
also.
everything, yes,
And everything American is in.
does.
It's correct or not?
We
it's
have to
in.
follow.
We have to
That's
follow.
true.
But people were exercising or working with their bodies in those times. I can say more body work demanding jobs. But nowadays, let's say somebody's accountant. They don't have to get up. They make a phone call or they press some buttons and the food comes.
Yes.
And most of it is full of sugar.
So, sedentary lifestyle as well.
Most of it is sugar. So we consume more, we don't spend it. That's how we get into obesity.
Okay, so that's how the pandemic, the epidemic of obesity came in, because you just be taking in calories, carbohydrates, and then there's no way to spend it. There's no way to take it out.
The style has changed also. For example, I'm watching some old movies, old American movies, some cowboy movies, some old movies, I should say. When the person gets into the restaurant, what they order is steak and egg. Now it changed to steak and potatoes.
Okay.
And another thing, there was one movie, I think it was 1950s or 60s. The person says, I cannot sleep well. And the other person says, put some butter into your milk before you go to sleep.
Milk.
Yes,
Wow.
put some butter into your milk before you go to sleep. It's fat.
Yes.
I accept.
Okay.
But what I have recognized is in old times, people were more closer to ketogenic diet, high fat and high protein diet. But now we turn it to high carbohydrates, low fat or no fat, and a little bit of protein diet. A few years ago, independent doctors, they made a test, they made a research, and they went to World Health Organization and they asked about the food pyramid to be changed.
Okay.
They said healthy people has to have double what you are recommending for protein. So now there's a debate, should they, and it also changes the economical environment.
Okay.
They're saying people should consume more protein. And when you go to a dietitian or when you go to a fitness coach, the simple and the first change they do with you about your diet is put some more protein and get out the carbs. You will become suddenly much healthier.
Okay.
So,
Carbohydrates are the big problem here.
unfortunately, anywhere in the world.
Okay, you talked about the keto diet. Could we just touch it a little bit? Because I actually have found that it has the potential in curing chronic diseases such as cancer. So do you have any comments on that?
Well, there was a movie, I think you can find it on YouTube. The name is Magic Pill.
Okay.
There was one Australian doctor who studied ketogenic diet in the university, but he never did it. And he did it with a patient with epilepsy. He did it with some heart disease problem people, clients, and some other patients. And their health got improved.
Wow.
And he started to advocate ketogenic diet. So the sugar industry attacked him for sure, and he was nearly losing his diploma,
Wow.
the physician diploma, because it was against the sugar industry, their interest.
Wow.
But ketogenic diet, I tried,
Okay.
and I put some other people to try it also, some clients.
Okay.
Everybody improved their life. It's what we learned when I was a little kid or when I was in school. For example, eggs were enemies. But nowadays, eggs are superfood. And the egg yolk is made out of cholesterol, which was a big enemy. We had to stay clear of it. But now what we are learning is our body needs cholesterol, and when we eat eggs, it's very healthy. It doesn't make any sense. It just makes sense if they are trying to get me sick. Yes, it makes sense. But it doesn't make any sense. Eggs are superfood. So ketogenic diet is, as far as I know, in 1910s or 30s, it was developed for heart attack patients to clean their arteries. So can you imagine that people were giving animal fat, like fried bacon and bacon fat, to people to improve their arteries, to clean their arteries, and it was cleaning. And then they changed it. They put some medicine instead of fat. It's called Lipitor. It controls your lipids in the blood, which was more beneficial for the medicine industry,
The pharmaceutical.
yes, industry.
Okay.
So I am pro keto.
Oh, you're
I
pro
support,
keto.
yes, I support keto.
Okay. I think it's really good because actually a lot of people have attested to it being good. There's actually one doctor that has cancer and he is managing. He has been, I think he's been there for a long time now, I think 10 years or so, and he's still healthy with his condition because of keto diet. So my other question is, if it's something that is proving to have potential, why is it that the medical industry, should I call it an industry, why wouldn't they adopt it as a standard way of care? Is it that the science department or the science aspect, it's like should I say, their general consensus does not, it's not as fast as it should be in terms of agreeing to a standard method of care?
Okay, I don't want to talk very negative about the pharmaceutical industry because there are scientists who are trying to improve human life, but also we have to remember every patient who got cured is a lost client. This is what they say.
Okay.
And I don't believe that their first interest is to cure.
To cure.
You have to stay sick so you can buy my
Keep on
medicine.
medicine.
And this kind of natural remedies,
They don't
I
like
don't
it.
believe they support this because what you are saying is naturally you can put them out of business, which is
Bad
unacceptable.
for business.
Unacceptable. So that's simple.
Okay, so I think that's where fitness and keto diets, that's where they come to play, because they take the onus from the doctor, from the pharmaceutical companies, to you as a person, like taking care of your health, knowing what works for you, if the keto works for you. Because I came across a family that is on a carnivore diet. They found out it works for them, so that is what it's the entire family. It started with a lady, I think she had arthritis, so she was allergic to almost everything, and then that's when she tried the keto, because she eliminated almost everything. And when she came to keto, it was, carnivore. Yes, when she tried carnivore, it worked. So that's how the dad and the mom and everybody in the family adopted it, because it was working for the family. So I think this is beautiful, because the more people are aware of their health, the more the onus comes on them on how to take care of themselves. Okay, so we'll move on to technology. And how do you, because technology is advancing every single day, how do you how do you think it's helping in terms of fitness?
Okay, the advancement of the technology in fitness industry is it's unimaginable right now. We can measure everything: your blood pressure, your sugar level, blood sugar levels, everything, just from a smartwatch. It's very advanced. You can follow your heart, how much pressure you put in. There are some computers right now, the wearable computers or carryable computers. For example, I used to do some cycling, and there were some bicycle computers which shows you how much power you are producing with every single pedal you press. It's very advanced right now. Okay, my question will be, do we understand the information, the data we get from these smartwatches, or we just say, okay, I'm training zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 5, whatsoever. It's very advanced. If you know what you're doing, these machines and these technological gadgets will help you incredible amounts. You don't need a coach, you don't need anything, because it will show you what you need. If you know how to read it, basically. I mean, if you know how to use, yes, it's very good. But also, As an old-timer, I'm a bit against it.
Okay.
For example, when we were recreational cycling, people were controlling what is their RPM, what is their speed, and I was thinking, do you enjoy the view or do you check your computer? I mean, which one? I prefer to check the environment and watch the beauties of the world, the landscape and stuff. Because we are doing recreational, but if you are competing, yes, it will help you incredibly. If you want to become a champion, you have to use them, but you have to know what you're doing. There are some watches right now, just watches. It can give you a program, training program for a year, which is, I have to study a few hours at least to be able to give you this program, but it gives you in 10 minutes. It's amazing. But do we really need it? I doubt it. Okay, it's good that it shows you your heart rate and some other stuff, but I don't believe we need it.
Is it that people are becoming more obsessed with it? Like,
Yes, that's what I recognize with people.
okay.
And as I said, more and more you become a competitive person with yourself also. Like,
Which is unhealthy.
I think it's unhealthy, but people says
It's healthy.
I enjoy, then this is their choice.
Wow.
Technology is good. Technology helps. For recreational people, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, second to the last question. A couple of months ago, my mom was complaining about her sight because as she's growing, it's like her sight is declining. So I was trying to tell her to incorporate a healthy lifestyle, probably eat right, because those are, it's like whenever we are growing, it's our body degenerates. So what advice can you give us, I mean everybody out there, to keep up with your health, to live longer, to live healthier? How can
Exercise and proper healthy diet, not lots of carbs.
okay.
I can say fat is good, of course, which one? Animal fat is okay. Processed fat is horrible, stay away. Processed sugar is the worst thing you can get into your body. Chemicals, like Coke, for example, we don't know what is inside. We don't need to have it. Try to stay healthy and exercise. Definitely exercise. When you do exercise consistently, it changes your health 100%. So the only simple thing is a little bit of exercise. You don't have to push yourself, but to stay healthy, you need to do some kind of exercise for sure.
Okay, so 3 last questions. The first question is, what are your expectations from your clients?
Okay. First of all, before we start, I always talk about what is our goal.
Okay.
What do they expect from them and themselves, and what do they expect from me as a coach? And to achieve that, we definitely need discipline and consistency. I don't want anything else. These two is the most crucial for me. They will do whatever I say, and with the discipline, and they have to do it on regular basis, not like 1 day on, 3 days off, 1 day on, 2 days off.
Yes.
This is not For me, I cannot accept. I'm sorry about that. Because I'm a goal-oriented person. I want to achieve things, and I expect my clients to be the same.
Okay. So what should they expect from you?
What they should expect from me. Okay. I'm thinking about some of my clients, how they, for example, sometimes they come and they say, okay, I don't want to do weights today. I have to be able to find some kind of different training or some kind of different approach. Instead of weights, I have to find something else to do, which so far I think I'm doing it. And I have to give them, in my opinion, the full information. Like, this is how we are right now, and this at this time, this much amount of time, we are going to be able to do these, or we will become like this. Like, I don't know, 85 kilos, we will become 65 kilos or
Okay,
60
so it's
kilos.
like you give them where you're taking them. This is where we
Yes,
are going
yes,
together.
yes.
Okay, that's good.
And I do believe with any coach, they have to be able to talk about these things and they have to get some clear information about them. Okay, to be able to give full information and most accurate, I cannot say 100%, it's impossible, but the most accurate, I do ask them their blood tests, I do ask them some kind of tests, I do, and then we start to talk about what we can achieve, what is realistic, and what is unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
Some people comes and says, I don't want to become like Arnold, which for me is funny because Arnold is one of a kind in the world.
It's true.
So it's not achievable. It's not that easy.
True.
And if you want to become something like that, can you put into
work.
yes? Can you work that much? These are the things that I talk, and these any coach has to able to talk with their client about these goals and how to achieve.
Yes, it's true. So that together they will work together and
Yes.
achieve the goals.
Yes.
That's good. Because in the end, the client will be happy, and you also, by seeing the results in your client, you also.
For me,
you're
seeing
happy.
results is the most important.
That's
Very
good.
true.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, lastly, what are your two principles in life?
Discipline, consistency.
Discipline and consistency. Okay, thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you very
We're so
much.
grateful. Okay, viewers, with this, we've come to the end of our today's episode. I don't know about you, but for me, I was able to get the value, the knowledge, the insight that I needed to be able to skyrocket my fitness journey. And thank you so much, Hojam, for sharing your expertise. We are really grateful. Please do not forget to subscribe, share, and like. As South Africans would always say, and hope you will continue joining us for more exciting and interesting episodes. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.